Hi, Michelle and Mozzarella here, and we are next to a creek in Colorado on vacation, and I wanted to show you what I brought in my crafting bag, or my art bag, actually. I have done this type of thing before, and usually if I'm on a car trip, I have all my scrapbooking stuff or all of my rubber stamping stuff. I mean, it takes up half the car. Or if I'm on a plane, I might have one notebook and some colors and some sheets of rubber stamps to color while I'm away. This time it was a car trip, but I fit it all in one bag, and there's even some extra stuff in here. So let me show you what I have. First of all, I have a little mixed media spiral journal, and I have used this on many trips in the past, and this was when I was in Mexico. Another one from Mexico, and I just love having it. It's like the perfect size. You could throw it in a purse almost, and it just works really well. Had it in Hawaii. Now, I have always thought of myself as a crafter, not an artist. So doing some of these things is a little bit difficult for me, but I think I'm learning. So this is one that I did here in Colorado, and he's kind of funny looking, but my sister and I, we keep talking about how I want to see a bear, and she's like, if you go and put a whole bunch of garbage on the driveway and go sit out in it all night, I think you'll find a bear. Anyway, so I drew a bear, a colorful bear. I got away the other day, and oh, by the way, this bear was done with watercolor markers. This one, I got away, I'm in Colorado Springs, and there's a lot of red rocks. There's Garden of the Gods, and there's other places, and Mozzarella, don't mess with the camera. And so I just sat out and looked at one of the rocks and used watercolor to paint that. And are there mistakes on it? Yeah. Am I a crafter, not an artist? Yeah. But am I having fun? And is it a way to de-stress and relax and a type of therapy? Oh yeah. I don't know what I was doing there. Here's one that I did. It says, my God can move mountains. And it's not the best. Again, I was just driving, Mozzarella and I, we stopped someplace, we did this, and then the white blotch, I was going to use my my white Posca pen, and I don't know if it's the change in elevation and altitude, but it just kind of all over the page. So we made it work. Okay, so that is my journal that I carry everywhere. The ground's a little wet, so I don't really want to set things down on the ground. Next, I have my journaling Bible with me. I love taking that with me and doing different things. Didn't record or film any of these because, again, this is kind of for me and for my therapy of getting away and doing things. This says there were 4 in the fire, and this journaling comes from Daniel chapter 3, verse 25. He said, look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the 4th looks like the sons of God. So good to know that no matter what fire I'm going through, what trouble I'm going through, that God's walking around in it with me. Awesome. And, oh, there it is. I've only done 2 so far in my Bible journal. I really plan to do a lot more, but I am visiting family and friends along the way, and we spend a lot of time talking and just enjoying each other's company, so I haven't had a whole lot of time just to Bible journal, and then of course Mozzarella wants to hike more. So this one says, and my soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation. Psalms 35:9. I did most of this page with my Faber-Castell markers because they do not bleed through the thin Bible pages, but then I thought it needed a little bit more, so I used some pink watercolor in the background, and it's really crinkled the page. So when I get home, I think I will iron it a little bit and see if that helps get some of the crinkles out. And then I used the leftover spilled white Posca pen and just created polka dots all over that. Oh, I think the Daniel page I did completely with, where did you go? There you go. This Daniel page I did completely with the Faber-Castell markers. It's in my bag. Whoa, don't get in the water, shake on me. By the way, this around me is the other end of her leash. And she's upstaging me in the background, isn't she? To make so I can have my hands free, I have it wrapped around me. This is my writing journal so that I can write down things. And I'm also doing a couple of book studies, and I'm taking notes in here for the books that I'm reading. I'm doing this one book study, and I've never done this before, but I ended up getting the book on Audible, and I thought to myself, how am I going to do this? Because I like highlighting and everything, but what it's done is it's made me listen and take really good notes as I'm listening to that book. I do have a page that I pre-stamped that I could color. This is on watercolor paper, and I haven't even touched it. I have this huge mixed media pad, which I haven't touched either. Usually when I'm going out, I want something small that I can just carry in my backpack, and the big pad I haven't used, so I probably wouldn't bring that again. I was watercoloring so much, and the pages were curling, so I did grab, do have a watercolor paper pad with me, and so I've only done one in this one, but I did this tree on the hill. And I may add a verse or something to that to finish that one out. And I brought this. This is actually my gratefulness journal. So every night before I go to bed, I try to write down 3 things that I'm thankful for. And it has really helped me to have a better take on life, thinking about all the things that I'm grateful for and thankful for. And last but not least, I made this at the beginning of summer at an art class that I went to, and it's just a scrap journal with all these fun pages in it. And I don't know, I really enjoyed making this, but I haven't figured out what to put in it, except for plain phrase. I kind of wrote down some of the phrases that I've already guessed. So I don't know. Do y'all have scrap junk journals, and do you use them? And how do you use them? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to stand up, untangle myself, and then I'll show you this bag. Oh my goodness, you have like totally tangled me up here. I also have this bag, and inside this bag, I have another bag. So this little bag has all of my Faber-Castell markers. So I just have black and I think 4 different thicknesses. And then I have yellow, I won't really call it orange, kind of a darker yellow, kind of a pinkish red, a blue, a green, and a purple. And then I do have a pencil, and yeah, that's it in here. So this is just a quick little bag. I can grab this, and I can grab my Bible, or I can grab my little journal, and I can go out and quick and easy. This one is a little bit bigger, and so this one does fit inside. I have a pair of scissors, and the only time I've used these scissors so far was to open up a bag of dog food. But it's always handy to have a pair of scissors with you. I have this little bitty watercolor set. It's called Aqua Mini by MacLeod. That's kind of nice and convenient. I have a little like hotel card so that I can do some things with my watercolor. I have this set of watercolors that I got a couple years ago when I was going to Mexico, and I knew that it would be nice to have a nice big travel watercolor set. And so this is really nice with all those colors. But I tell you, that little one, it's kind of neat how many different shades of green you can get by just using the one green. There's the scissors. So here's my white Posca, and I have a Yono. They're both white, different thicknesses, and honestly, they both kind of exploded when I tried to use them. Not exploded, but just gushed out white paint all over the place. And yeah, it might be the altitude. Then I have a set of watercolor markers. These are Tombow, and they have brush tips on one end, and then they have that type. Can you see that? Marker tips on the other end, and a bunch of different colors. I have some water brushes. I have, this dual metallic brush. It's a watercolor glittery thing, and I haven't used it yet. I thought I had grabbed my little white gel pen. Unfortunately, what I actually grabbed was my silver one. So I would recommend bringing a white one, not a silver one. A couple more pencils, an eraser, and a glue stick. I have not used the glue stick. So I haven't brought a whole lot of crafty stuff. It's more art stuff. But I'm having fun growing and learning trying out new techniques and new things to do, and having a little bit of therapy out in nature, creating, and it's been a lot of fun, and I just really enjoyed it. And let's see if Mozzarella is on the end of this. Let's see. There she is. She's playing in the creek right now. She's having a blast. Anyway, we had so much fun. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Why don't you leave a comment saying hi to Mozzarella? And until next time, toodles. This is my birthday vacation. I usually take a vacation near my birthday every year in July. If you haven't had a chance yet to look at my Amazon list for Operation Christmas Child below, why don't you go ahead and do that? And I'll be opening packages all month long of whatever I get for my Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes. And we can bless people. I know that while I'm gone, my neighbor has said she has picked up a lot of packages for me. And so I'm excited to go home and see what all there is. I forgot to tell you, I also have a cutting board piece. It was in the big journal so that I can put it between the pages, especially the pages of my Bible, which I'm starting to work on now.